Alright, today's video we're going to be taking a look at Loki. Loki is he used to be the very best character that new players could get. He's still really solid. A lot of people go for Sharon Rogers now as a new player, and she's a good choice too. Loki has not gotten his tier 2 yet, but we're expecting it here really soon with the 2.7 update, which is supposed to drop probably next week, we're hoping. So he's kind of fallen to the wayside because he hasn't gotten his tier 2. But I'm going to show you how I have my Loki set up and how I use him to beat world bosses. So his gears are almost maxed. Of course, energy attack, all defense, HP. And then I went with skill cooldown for the last one, but I'm probably going to change that. I'm probably going to re-roll to defense penetration. I'm not going to do it right now, but I will be re-rolling that to defense pen. And I'll show you why. I have Stark backing. I am also Groot as the ideal set because it gives you all attack and healing. But I went with Stark backing. And of course his uniform. So the way I use Loki to beat world bosses, we're on our last fight here. Oh, I wanted to show you guys cards too. And that's another reason I wanted to change his last skill from skill cooldown to defense pen, because I already have 24% skill cooldown time for my cards. So I don't really need cooldown on his 4th gear. I would need defense pen. Anyways, here we go. So this is how I use Loki. You want to have a leadership that has skill cooldown. This allows you to keep his shield up permanently. You can actually recast his shield before it even runs out. You want to use either Agent 13 for lead, which gives you skill cooldown, or Iron Man. I don't have an Iron Man that's 6 stars, so I use Agent 13. You also can use Corvus Glaive if you have him, but most new players, it takes a long time to get a Black Order maxed out. So for this video, we're going to do Agent 13. She's very farmable. She has 4 stages that drop 5 bios each. So you can actually get up to 20 bios a day just farming her stages. Very farmable character. And she also is a dodge ignore striker for Corvus Glaive. So she's worth farming early on. I also use her to clear a Speed Alliance battle day. Alright, for our third, you have 2 choices here. I usually either go with Red Skull, because it gives you all attack and cooldown time, or Thor for attack speed and movement speed. For this video, we're going to use Red Skull. Allies, you can do energy attackers or all attack, or 10% increase to supervillain types, which is what I use, or you can do plus 8% or plus 10% energy damage, which I think we have 2 of those. I think we have energy attack and Doctor Strange as a striker, so we'll use 2 of those, and then we'll go 10% increased damage to villains. And that's basically what you do in this fight, is you pop his shield and his clones, and then you kind of run around and get his other skills in when you can, and just keep casting his shield and his clones. That's why Loki's so good. His clones make him if he didn't have the clone and shields, he'd be a horrible character. But those clones and his shield make him a must-have for newer players looking to beat world boss as quickly as possible. Shield, clones, and then you just kind of run around and cast these other skills when you get. See, the shield is already cooled down before it even ran out. See, shield cooldown still up. Just pop it again. And that's how you use Loki. Cooldown and the clones. Now Corvus, Ebony Maw likes to move around a lot. So sometimes it can be hard for his clones to hit him, but they will. If you just keep dropping them, they will hit him. Just got to keep them out there. This isn't going to be one of those 18-second wins that you see people posting about on the forum where they're like, oh, post your best time. Loki's not that character. Maybe with his tier 2, who knows? Maybe. We don't know what it's going to be yet. But this is kind of a long battle. This is a strategic battle. It's not one of those just destroy the world boss in 10 seconds. So his shield's still up. There, popped it again. Even if you get hit by those meteors, your shield will protect you. He got me while my shield. Arrgh. Got me there twice when I was trying to cast my shield. He guard break me. So there you go, guys. That's how I beat world bosses with Loki. Use Agent 13 in lead and just keep his shield up and his clones out. A lot of people like to use Ronin for the extra attack and defense, but he really doesn't need it. Even without an attack boost, leadership, Loki still wins in less than 2 minutes. It's a longer fight, but it's still very manageable. And Agent 13 is actually way more farmable than Ronin. So, unless you like farming dimension rifts constantly, I would recommend Agent 13, because if you get your cards up and your attack up on Loki, you don't need an attack leadership. And I'm going to show you Loki one more time. Like I said, you want to get his gears up. Definitely get his scepter to 20. I mean, the defense isn't optimal. I mean, you can have that at like 17 probably. This you want to get up because it has defense pin as his native stat and his HP. So you want to try to get that up as fast as possible. And this for the skill cooldown. So really, all of his gears need to get really high except for the green dress. It's not that big of a deal. You could have that one at 17, but these other ones you want to get up. And then, his energy attack's 11,000. That's not huge at this point in the game. It's actually really low. And a healing ISO set does wonders on him. Stark Backing or I Am Also Groot. That's the 2 sets I recommend, the 2 healing ISO sets, because of his shield. And that's how I use Loki.